I'm Steve Serio.
And I'm Cam Ingram.
We're standing in the middle of Bond Group right now, getting ready for our next Group P auction. But while we're doing that, we thought we'd do a little sidebar on these 993 RSs that happen to be in the building together right now. The silver car is coming up on Group P7 on Bring a Trailer, ASAP. The 993 RS we just imported from Germany as well. Waiting on some paperwork for this car, or you might have seen both of them on the Group P auction. Both cars delivered new out of Japan. This one ended up going to Germany and sitting in a collection for the last almost 15, 16 years with very few miles being put on it. This car I had owned previously, sold it to a local client in 2014. They both have about the same mileage. This has got 43,000 kilometers. This one's banging off of 40,000 kilometers. Super important. Both original paint cars, almost equipped the same, but Cam, you want to jump in here and talk about some subtle differences in the cars?
They both, as Steve pointed out, meter out, which is rare too, because a lot of these cars get a lot of paint, not rare to find paintwork.
Oh yeah, no, not hard to find ones with paintwork, replace panels, replace bumpers. These things all seem to be 100% original. Interestingly, this is chassis number 825 as a 1996 car. This is chassis 102 or 107. 102 as a 1995 car. More or less equipped the same, although the 96 has larger fuel tank and the more comfortable, to me, sport seats. These are the racing buckets, which if you're not 210 pounds and you're 170 pounds, will fit you great. But they're both air conditioning, electric window cars. Really subtle differences in that car. Because it went to Germany, the side markers are now clear. It's got a slightly different wiper blade if you really want to go into the weeds about slight differences in the cars.
I think it's fascinating to have these two 993 RSs that were both delivered to Mizwa, the sole importer for Porsche in the mid-1990s. Two Japanese cars delivered with the Club Sport package. So again, these are both basic, the M002 option 993 RSs. But these cars, most of the Japanese cars delivered with the Club Sport package, all of them with the front and rear spoiler. What I really love about the 993 RS, to me, not just the lightweight, the aluminum hood, lightweight glass, sport seats, etc., sound insulation deletion, is really the beauty of the engine with a lightweight body. So these were 40% stiffer than a standard 993 because of the seam welded body, paired with the M64/20 engine, a motorsport derived engine producing 300 horsepower, that with forged pistons, larger intake valves, just a very special engine, and you feel it in this chassis. This car dances, it's alive. You're driving the car's not driving you. I love this. This is one of my favorite 911s of all time. I think it's fascinating to have this Guards Red Mizwa car next to the Polar Silver. I think the Guards Red looks stunning. So really cool to see, compare, contrast these two Japanese market cars.
So subtle little differences, but they're completely usable cars. They're not all stripped out. They don't, there are some creature comforts with the AC and the electric windows. I don't know. It seems to be, again, I mentioned this earlier in a different video, they're like really big 356s on steroids. I mean, you can see that, if you had a 356 Carrera 2 coupe in your garage and you hopped from that to this, I'm not going to say they would feel the same as a driving experience, but you can certainly see the heritage all blended in years later into the 993 RS. I mean, they've always been my favorite air-cooled 911s. I have owned 3 of them. I used to own this car. I do have to say, the red, I'm not a fan of red at all. And Guards Red in this car just makes the whole thing pop.
This is such a fun car to drive, to row through the gears. These cars are alive. You're driving the car's not driving you. Yeah, and the sport seats, not the sport buckets. This is my preference. I would be leaving home today. So, stunning.
Thanks very much for listening, folks. See you on Bring a Trailer.